Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. This video is all about watering your indoor seed starts. I get the questions all the time on when do I water my seed starts, what's the best way to water them, and how often do I water them, and I will go over that in this video. For 2022, I'm going to be doing an indoor seed starting series on this channel just on this row, what you can grow for a family of 4, and it's going to be really about how to do this on a budget. Now, before we get to the watering, if you want more information on growing plants indoors, germination, transplants, etc., please check out the link below. It's my playlist to my other YouTube channel, My First Vegetable Garden, where I'm doing a whole series on this. So just take a look. And what do you notice? This is when you would water your seed starts. Anytime you saturate your seed starting mix, it's going to be nice and dark, just like this. And then over time, the top is going to dry out first. It's going to return to a light brown color, and the seed starts will always dry from the top down. So there's plenty of moisture down here. So after the top turns a light brown, a day or two after that, you want to water from the bottom. I'll talk about that in a second. The reason you want the top to dry out for a day or two before you water, there's plenty of moisture in the bottom of the cell down here, but you want the top to dry because it really reduces the chances of getting molds and fungus by letting the top dry. It also helps with fungus gnats. So when you set up your cells, you're going to have a moist starting mix. It's going to be a dark brown. How often you water is going to really vary based on the intensity of your lights, how much warmth is in your house. So every day you're just coming in and you're kind of eyeballing them. If they are looking dark like this, you don't need to water them. After they turn a light brown, a day or two later, you're going to water from the bottom. So this is how you know when you're ready to be watered. I always water from the bottom. You want a flat or a tray in there. It could be a foil tray. Just fill this up quarter of a way, 1/3 of the way, halfway. It doesn't really matter because you're going to put your water in here. You're going to wait 30 minutes and you're just going to watch for the seed starting mix to return to this dark color. If there's extra water in there, dump it out. You don't want the water sitting in there. But with practice, you get a sense of how much water really has to go in there. The other tip too is when you pick this up when it's fully saturated, it's really heavy so that you know that water's in there. As it starts to dry, it becomes lighter. And this is all I do to monitor my seed starts. You know you need to water when it turns light brown. How often you're going to water is going to be based on the heat coming from your lights and how warm it is in your house. And to water, always from the bottom. You don't want to be pouring water on top. It can splash molds and fungus around. It can move the seeds around. It's just not worth it. Now, just a quick tip, I'll be talking more about this in a future video, is when you first start, your starting mix should be sterile. I have plenty of videos on that. But you don't need to fertilize these plants until about 10 to 14 days after they germinate and they've been growing. They're going to live off the nutrients on the seed coat. When you go to water, you're going to put in a water-soluble fertilizer at really half, quarter, maybe a tenth strength, depending on what kind of water-soluble what kind of water-soluble fertilizer you have. And you would just substitute in watering with the water-soluble fertilizer maybe every second or third watering of your seed starts. You just don't want a lot of fertilizer in these. Less is better. Again, please check out the video description. I will link my playlist to My First Vegetable Garden, where I have a bunch of 2 to 5 minute videos on all aspects of starting seeds. That's what I'll be doing for 2022, and you can get more information. Just follow this for watering. Your plants will do really, really well. Thanks for watching.